Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Radial VGC here, aka Radial for short. We are here with the GLDL Draft League, Great Lakes Draft League, doing my team analysis. So, a little bit about me. I've been playing VGC for about a year now. Started in Sword and Shield from back in Series 5 or 6. And started VGC that way. I placed top 1000 in VGC on the Sword and Shield ladder during Series 10 with Togedemaru. Personally, I have fun with VGC. It's fun. I like it. May not be for some people, just like TCG is not for me. Other than that, I think we get into it. So starting off here, we have our team logo, the Feral Flygons. Flygon being my favorite Pokemon, so kind of inspired by the logo right there. Going with it. Gonna be fun. Team, I'm gonna be honest, really not gonna look too well, but it's not gonna matter. But anyways, let's move right on. So first up on the team for my draft pick, we have my round 1 draft pick, which was King Gambit. Now, Gambit, I'm pretty sure it has pretty respectable bulk. I run an AV on it in VGC right now, and it's been working really well. It's gotten me out of some tough situations, so I thought, okay, let's pick it round 1 just to have a Pokemon I'm pretty comfortable with, you know? I think it's pretty valid. Personally, I hope it's gonna work well. Hopefully it works out. We'll see what happens. Other than that, I like my movesets. I'm probably going to run the same King Gambit in the draft league as I am in VGC right now. Not going to get into that because can't spoil the strategies yet. But anyways, let's move on to my round 2 pick, which my plan for this draft was to come in and use Trick Room. My first 2 picks kind of showed that. It was going to be nice. Going to work out well. Still might even use Trick Room with this team. But moving on to the next pick, we have Armarouge. Now I have Armarouge on my VGC team as well. Armarouge is my Trick Room setter. And has gotten me out of a couple situations, not too many. But I think Armarouge is going to work out pretty well. I'm hoping it does. It should. I like Armor Cannon. I'm running like a Dragalge team in VGC right now with Haze. So Armor Cannon with Haze gets rid of those debuffs, those defensive debuffs on Armarouge after using it. So it works out if Armarouge can survive long enough for me to get a Haze off. Other than that, that's about my main plan with Armarouge here, is to set up Trick Room and deal whatever damage it can. And if it can survive, it can survive. If not, then nothing I can really do about it. Other than that, we're going to move on to my round 3 pick, which I ended up getting sniped. I really wanted Paldean Tauros, the water variant, but didn't get it. Didn't go too well. Got sniped of it. It is what it is. The lifestyle of a draft league. You get some of your picks that you want, and you don't get some of the ones that you want. So my round 3 got sniped of Water Tauros because I really wanted to use it. Haven't used it yet. Wanted to use it. Didn't get it. So as a replacement, I picked up Palmot. Palmot being able to get Fake Out is going to work well. Revival Blessing is going to be interesting. I don't see myself using Revival Blessing too much, but Fake Out's going to go well, hopefully. And I can even probably run Nuzzle plays, to be honest, if I'm not running Trick Room. So I could probably run like Nuzzle on it on some games and it might work out. But other than that, Palmont was just kind of a replacement pick here. I used it in my very first playthrough of Scarlet and Violet, and it did really well for my team. Actually, pretty sure besides Skeledirge was my most used mon. And it worked. So yeah, it got me through the Elite Four. It worked out really well. Now, my next pick, I ended up actually drafting Tinkaton, but in free agents after the draft during grace period, I ended up dropping Tinkaton and brought Florges to the team because I felt like I needed a fairy type, but I also didn't need 2 steel types, which is the reason why I dropped Tinkaton. So we're bringing Florges onto the team. I'm hoping Florges. I don't really know what Florges does, to be honest. So we'll see what happens whenever I use it. My bad. So we'll see what happens whenever I use it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. We'll make something up on the go and do it and roll with it. Now, I kind of don't know why I went with this. I felt like I might have needed a Tailwind setter. Most of the decent Tailwind setters were gone by this point, by the 5th round, so it kind of was iffy here. But next pick on the draft, we went Pelipper. Yes, I went Pelipper, and I think if I'm not going to run Trick Room for a match, I'm going to run Rain. Pelipper sets up Rain with its ability Drizzle, and then I can use Tailwind with it as well, and be able to be fast. Pelipper, not really probably going to do too much damage dealing for the team. Don't really expect it to, but if it does, well, that would be nice. Other than that, Drizzle and Tailwind is about what I'm going to be running for Pelipper here. It's about the only strategy I have for it. Other than that, we'll move on to our next pick here, which goes along with Pelipper. Kind of screwed my team, to be honest, with this next pick. But I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping it works, and I'm hoping it worked out. So, next pick on the draft was Palafin. Palafin, its ability 0 to hero. If it switches out of battle and then comes back in, it comes back into its hero form, which has an insane base stat total. Gonna be really good, hopefully. Not hopefully, it's going to be really good. Probably one of the scarier mons on my team. And hopefully it's gonna work out. Probably just run mostly damage on it, to be honest. And we'll see what happens with it. But yeah, doing this kind of just, it will help in Rain. It will be good in Tailwind because it's really fast. And it'll work out, hopefully. Our next pick is Goodra. Goodra, I really like my dragon types. I am a dragon type trainer. I always got to have a dragon type on the team. So that goes with VGC as well. If I don't have a dragon type, my team's not looking too good. But I went with Goodra here. It's probably one of the better dragon types that was still on the board when I picked Goodra up. And like I said with Florges, I really have no clue what Goodra's going to be able to do. We're just going to hope it works out. And personally, if I had to choose between either Goodra or Hisuian Goodra, I would prefer Hisuian Goodra to give that steel typing. Makes Fairy go from super effective to neutral. And it would be nice. But other than that, we'll go to the next pick, which is probably going to be one of my better picks of the draft, one of the better pickups. Quillfish. Now, Quillfish, I'm pretty sure it's bulky. I'm pretty sure it's got good natural bulk. It gets Intimidate. It gets Swift Swim. So I can either run like, if I really wanted to do, if I want to try and use it for damage, which I probably won't, I can with Swift Swim for it to outspeed in Tailwind and Rain. Or I can run Intimidate on it, get the physical attackers' stats lowered, and work that out. Other than that, that's really much. I can set up spikes if I really have to with Quillfish, and I'm hoping that really works out. Now my next pick here is Palossand. I used Palossand in Sword and Shield like right before Scarlet and Violet came out. I didn't really do anything. I just figured, it's slow. I feel like I needed a ghost type. I was gonna pick up Haunter and got sniped of it, so I figured, okay, we'll do Palossand because it gives me the ground typing, so I can have some electric types covered for my electrically weak team here. And hopefully it works out. It'll help with other electric types as well. It'll help with electric types. It'll help with steel types if I can't beat them. It'll help with rock types if I somehow can't beat those. But other than that, it's about what it is. Its ability, water compaction. It'll boost its defense if hit by a water move, so I can switch in a water move if I ever into a water move here and get boosted defense right there. And hopefully that works out. But yeah, let's move on to the next Pokemon here, which is my second to last pick of the draft. We have Greedent. Greedent, bulky. It's gonna work out, I'm hoping. Body Slam gonna do some work, hopefully. I expect it to kind of do damage, but I don't expect it to be able to get kills. But I'm hoping it can survive long enough to just deal out damage, deal out paralysis with Body Slam if it ever has to, and probably run something interesting with it. So we'll move on to the next pick here. The last pick of my team and the last pick I did for the draft, we picked up Go-Goat. Now, before I chose Go-Goat, I already had a Dark Psychic Fighting core, but I figured I needed a grass type to get another core between Fire, Water, Grass, and have pretty much the two better cores of any team. So it's about what I grabbed Go-Goat for. I'm pretty sure Go-Goat's pretty bulky. It'll work out if I don't bring Palossand in for electric resist. And that's about it. Horn Leech can heal itself, deal some good damage. If I ever have to use grassy terrain, I'm pretty sure it gets Grassy Glide, so Grassy Glide and Grassy Terrain, so hopefully that works out. And other than that, that's really it for my draft. That's really it for my draft team, for the draft analysis right there. And all I want to say, I'm just going to talk a little bit more about the draft league itself and a little about how I came into the draft league. So in Sword and Shield, I really wanted to do a draft league when I saw it on YouTube. I thought it would be fun, and I didn't have the time for it. But now I do, so I found one. And it's a VGC draft league, thank God, because I can't play singles for anything. But other than that, I want to give a big thanks to Wakeman, the owner of the draft league I'm in, for letting me be able to participate in it. I will leave his link and I will leave his description or his YouTube in the description, and I will put a link to the Discord if he's fine with me doing that in the description as well. Other than that, that's it for this one. Hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you see this, and we'll be seeing you next time. Peace.